Hello, students. For VOIM 109, this is your instructor, Michael Williams. And basically, I just want to go over what you need to understand to do your SIMnet lessons. I will have a separate GDP or your keyboarding lessons in a separate video. So let's get started. I'm assuming this is what you see. Hopefully, this is what you see. I'm doing a simulation for the students. So hopefully, this is the exact same setup that you have. Now, for week one, you had to do, I think week two, you had to do lesson two in Word. Also, let me make a statement is that I had to redo SIMnet because the incorrect book was uploaded to the SIMnet simulator. So I've uploaded the book on yesterday evening. So if you tried to do the lessons and couldn't figure it out, that is why. So it was not your fault. None of this is your fault. So I take the blame for everything. So let's get started. So if you want to do your lesson, you will basically go here in your lessons. It'll tell you in the tracking calendar, or it also will explain it to you within the Blackboard activity section when you go in to do your lessons as well. So basically, once you get here to SIMnet, you want to click on the correct lesson. And the lesson that I'm going to deal with is lesson two. So you click on that, and here you have, you could take lesson right here. But basically, what you want to do is scroll down, and you can see where it says task completed. But in order for this to say completed, there's some things you must do first. So let's get started. The first thing is clicking on the exercise or the task that you're going to be doing. So creating table. I will click on creating a table. It would take me into the area I need to go. Now, previously what I discussed, whereas you have completed task, in order to get that check mark in that box in that screen that I showed you previously, you have to do all of these. At least these two here, and then let me try. When you complete that, you will get the check mark in that particular box. So it would show you how to do something. You would do that. You will go through that. And then after you finish that, you will go to guide me. And then it will show you how to do it. Um, I suggest that you do this. It really helps out a lot. These exercises and these instructions are very good, and it will actually help you to remember a lot of the stuff that you do. So once you finish these here, you basically want to click on Let Me Try. So we click on Let Me Try, and it takes you to another screen. And if you look here in the upper right hand corner, you see Show Me, Guide Me, and it's showing you exactly what you're doing. Now, before you get started, it takes you exactly where you want to be. How do I know this? You have your flashing cursor right here. All right. This is where it wants you to input it. If you start scrolling down and moving around, you will lose the place of where it wants you to input or do what it is, or do whatever task that it wants you to do. So just hold off. Don't do anything. Just take a look at your screen, and you'll see the flashing cursor. Now, what it's telling us, it says insert a table that has two columns and five rows. If you did show me and guide me, you would know exactly what to do. All right. It seems that it's going to give the exact task that you will have for show me and guide me. Okay. So that's why it's good to do that. And it's also good to do that because so you can get completed task within your grade book. Okay. So you also can hit show hint, but so it says here, insert a table that has two columns and five rows. So where do we go? It's learning how to navigate here in these, what they call ribbon tabs is basically key to you not wasting a lot of time in doing a task. So insert. So my first guess would be go to insert. So I will click on insert, and there we have table. So I will click on the down arrow for table, which gives me basically what they call is the more tab. This little down arrow here, this down arrow right here. So now it says what? Two columns, this is 2 columns, and it tells you right here. You see right there, I'm going to go right here and I'm going to select it again. It says 2 times 1. So we know that the first number is the columns. And it wants me to have how many rows? 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you look up in the subject title or the menu right here, it tells me that I have 5 rows. So I have 2 columns, 5 rows. And I will just click right there, and boom, it says you have successfully completed this task. Click to close the let me try. So I will click, and as you can see here, 1, 2 columns, and you can't see, I can move this. And that's what this is right here. When you see this four-point arrow right here like this, that means that you could just click, left click it, hold it, and drag it. So you can move it out the way so you can see what it is you're doing. Okay? And so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows and 1, 2 columns. So I click on here and then I finished it and then it takes me right back. Okay. So do take the time out to do the show me and do the guide me. And you will get a lot of understanding of what it is you need to do. And also don't forget to read the lectures. The lectures are very important. Some of you might know how to do all this stuff already. Even if you do know how to do this stuff already, still go through the show me and guide me so you can get the completed task. You can just go through it real quickly or whatever and just do whatever complete whatever instructions they want you to complete. But being able to follow instructions is very important. If you look at any job description nowadays is always asking, can you pay attention to detail? And this is a beginner's way of teaching you how to pay attention to detail. So this is it for this video, and I will do another video for the keyboarding exercises. Um, be sure, if you have any questions or I didn't cover something in this video, to reach out to me. It's very important that you reach out to me so I can help you and work you through your frustration or your challenges. This is a learning experience and it's not meant to be a frustrating give up type of experience. But you do have to put the work in, um, as with anything, and you have to dedicate time to your homework assignments. This stuff is not really that hard. For some of us, it might be, but if you learn to follow the instructions, you'll find out that you will do just fine. And one thing I also want to let you know is that I'm going to go back to let me try. Also, when you're dealing with the ribbon tabs, you have the home tab, insert tab, design tab, layout tab, reference, mailing, review, and view. These are your main tabs, and they're called ribbon tabs. Now, within each tab, I want to go back to the insert. Well, within each ribbon tab, you have ribbon groups, and this will also direct you. So if I go to the insert, and if I go right down here, see what this mouse pointer is? It says pages. This is considered the page group within the insert ribbon tab. And you can tell they're groups because they're separated by a border. This is the page group. This is the tables group. This is the illustration group. This is the tab group within the insert ribbon tab. And you also have the add-ins group, uh, online video media or media group, comments group, header and footers group, text group, and symbols group. If you learn how to navigate through your ribbon tabs and your ribbon tab groups, you will have a less challenging or frustrating experience with Microsoft. Microsoft gives you plenty of ways of doing things. There's redundancy in how you do things, but believe me, once you learn how to navigate, your experience will be much easier. Thank you and have a good evening.